What's up? What's up? Do I got people in here already? All right, welcome in. Welcome in. Get my work shoes out of the way here. All right. Culver, welcome in. Golden Dragon, welcome in. Culver, let me get you smurfed up there. Kevin Hawthorne, welcome in. Hey Bob, how you doing? Jeff, awesome. Vendetta, welcome in. And get you smurfed up as well. All right, guys. So we are working on a bag of Culver prospecting, 1 gram. We're gonna see what we can get out of it. Um, I don't think I'll need more than what I have out here. So it is a 1 gram guaranteed bag. I do classify, so we'll break it down really quick. This is gonna be pretty quick to classify it though. I'm just gonna go leave the bags in the, what is it, a 4? Leave the bags in the 4, classify down, so I won't need more than the containers I have. So we'll be good to go here shortly. This is the Sierra Grande, or the Sierra Grand by Culver Prospecting. It's a 1 gram bag. Thank you, Culver, James. Thank you, appreciate it. Hi, Curtis, welcome in. Yeah, we're looking to have some heavy pans. I'm gonna open this up, see what she looks like. And that's it right there. So let's start classifying. This isn't going to be super dusty. It will have some dust coming off of it though, looks like. A lot more than I thought. Oh, look at that. There's a Buffalo Head nickel in there. Pretty cool score. See if I can see a date on it. It actually looks like it's a 1920 something. I'll put it under the scope later on and I'll find out what date it is, but it looks like it's a 1920 something. Indian Head nickel in the mix. Thank you. So I'm not seeing any super huge nuggets or anything in the +4 here. We'll still set it aside and wash them anyways, just to make sure. We're going to set that there. And we're just going to classify that right into this. And we'll use the kitchen strainer on this one, which I use as a medium. Lots of magnetite, what I can see, or hematite. I believe that's what that is. idiot. I just dumped some Paydirt on my lap. Right on my pants. But it's big pieces and I'm able to pick them up. Nothing down there. That sucked. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to have to go a little bit at a time. Like 2 to 3 pieces that I picked up off of my leg that I felt hit my leg. Right on the cuff of my pants and in a crease right here next to my knee. Lots of it. Well, I am super excited to go through this bag. I'm just glad James was able to have one available when I asked him for one, which was super cool because I've wanted to get one for a long time. And now that I got one, I make a rookie mistake and drop a small piece on my knee, or a couple of small pieces on my knee, and feel like I embarrassed myself a little bit there. Anyways, let's find some shiny. We got a rock stuck in there. We go. Alright, swash plus 4. Make sure there's nothing big in there that I'm missing. No big half-ounce nugs or anything. Sorry, I've been ignoring chat. How is everybody today? Hey, Empty Pan, welcome in. Yeah, it can be hard to type when you're on the phone sometimes, depending on the screen and the phone. Oh, looks like we didn't have anything big in there. But the Indian head nickel was super cool. So let's go a little bit at a time until we get. Wash some more rocks. See if we can find some shiny. Oh, shit. I might as well just keep going. I just made my whole dump out pin wet and dirty. Very dirty. That's alright. We're going to find some shiny. So this is a 1 gram bag. I heard it is really good dirt, this bag that I grabbed. Highly recommended. But from what I've understood, just about any dirt from Culver is really, really good. I have a bag that I got and I won off of Miller Prospecting as a giveaway. It was a half-gram bag, and it is more challenging than I thought it was going to be. So I have most of it actually still sitting in a container, and I get it wet periodically to dry it up and think about doing it, but then get intimidated and don't do it. So no problem, Waller. You're good, brother. I appreciate you stopping by and listening. Thank you. So we'll see what this first pan brings us. Let's go ahead and pan it back and see if there's anything in here. And it looks like there is right up here in the corner. It's not bad. A couple of pieces for the first pan. Get those with the snuffer bottle. Move on to the next one. See what this brings us. So YouTube's been pretty active today. Lots of people doing lots of streams today. I find myself in a couple of time restrictions and conflictions when it came to which stream I wanted to watch and who I wanted to be putting my time on. Anybody else come across that today? And some more water. Yeah, there's a lot of awesome people. It did make it hard to keep up with everybody today. Hi, Deneen. How are you? Wash some rocks here and see if we can't find some more shiny. But you have a good Sunday? Or, shit, it's Tuesday. But you have a good Tuesday? Oh, let's peel this back, see if we have anything in this one. Of course we do. There we go. Nice little piece right there. We'll go in the sniffer bottle. I'll pan it back one more time just to make sure. That's about it. So not too bad. Trucking along here. Let's see if we can get a little more done. If I'm not mistaken, that's a piece of gold right there. There's a piece of gold. Pretty nice piece too. But we'll just I'm gonna set that over there in the tray or separate. Pan this out, see what else we got here. Yes, touching every shiny piece is fun. Gold is awesome. But everybody here already knows that. But just, it doesn't matter how awesome it is. Every time you get a piece in your hand, for me, I just act like a kid. I mean, I feel like a kid in a candy shop again. Just makes me feel good inside. Snowing. Where are you at, Culver? Oh, are you in Colorado? Yeah. Steven, welcome in. That was a pretty decent piece of gold, decent sized piece of gold I picked up out of that. And I see, holy crap. If that is what I think it is, I'm gonna shit myself. That's a nice piece of quartz. It looks like a piece of quartz. It's not at all. Alright, let's pan this back, see what we got. Looks like that's another decent piece of gold right there. Definitely a picker. I'll put that right over next to the other one. I'll check this one more time just to make sure there's nothing that got by me. Alright, one gold, one rock. I did miss a piece of gold. Let's get that with the sniffer bottle there. Sorry, the lighting in here is a little dim. I had to break out the flashlight just to make sure. But another piece of gold in there. Let's just finish it off. Let's wash some rocks. Lord Shadow, welcome in. Hold on a second, guys. Steven. All right, T.O., welcome in. And I did get a brand new scale that is awesome. It does up to milligrams, so I will get way better accurate weigh-ins with the gold from now on. Instead of a reading of bouncing from this to this, I'll actually know if it's 0.358 or whatever. So I got a much better scale. It came in today. Littlefoot, welcome in. Lord Shadow, what are you thanking me for? Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. If you're thanking me for smurfing you up, that is plenty fine. I just want you to be able to have equal access to everybody in chat's channel, so you can sub them up and do things that you want to do. Just don't be don't be that guy. I have heard of other channels making mistakes by getting everybody and smurfing them up and then getting problems being made. So I don't think anybody here would ever do that. So that's why I have no problem handing out the smurfs. Let's pan this back, see what we have for gold in this last spot. I'm assuming we're going to have some decent pieces. So we got those three pieces right there. Not bad. Let's get those in the sniffer bottle. I'm going to double check this just to make sure. All these big heavies up here. Let's pan this back, see if I missed anything. Just to make sure. I did miss a piece on the last pan. Oh, looks like this one pretty good. Alright, let's see how we are. We'll just start with that and go from there. Oh, Tio's still having Wi-Fi problems. Did he ever go, Bob? Did he ever go on? Oh, he didn't. Bummer. Yeah, he said he was gonna message me if he went on, but yeah, I didn't get a message. Oh, TL, you're back? I thought you lost internet. If you sit by the window and hold your right hand up at 1 o'clock. Yeah, man, I'm going down to California. My buddy's dad has 14 gold claims. So we're going down to Northern California, and this will be the first time they've done anything but go down and just kind of look and take a pan or two. So this will be the first time that we've ever processed it, really, or they've ever processed it, really. And we've got reports and graphs and maps and all kinds of stuff telling us where they said that, the bigger pay streak is going to be, and where the rich deposits are. And so we're going to go down and get some work done and get some shiny out of the ground. I'm super excited. Yes, hello Moto. Yes, I am a Motorola fan. Always served my needs. Oh my god, stop. What could be so important? So this one's got some more fines. I've got some right here, and a bunch of smaller flakes up here, and some bigger ones, and some smaller fines over here. So we're just going to get all this tapped up into one spot. There we are. Is there anything I missed? I'm not seeing it. All right. This time just to make sure. All came down pretty easy though. There's not going to be any really big heavy rocks in this one, or stones in this one. In this classification, I should say. Yeah, okay, so that's done. Move on to the next pan. There's a couple of places up here that I go to out in Granite Falls, up by my buddy's house off the river, that I haven't done too bad with, but As soon as I go down to California with him and his dad, that's going to be way better. But once he found out I was into that, he told his dad, and his dad was like, well, let's go down to the claims. And then next thing you know, we're scheduling a time. I'm so excited to go. I'm going to be ecstatic. I'll be on the phone with a lot of people. I'll be calling B&B a lot too. So this isn't turning out to be a bad bag for as much gold as I've recovered so far. Pretty sure we're going to get pretty close to that gram mark, if not more. We'll see. I'll go through the tailings as well. I always do. I will be calling you a lot. Sending you pictures, showing you what the ground layout looks like. Telling you what I think when it comes to, you know, looking for veins or looking for rich areas. Because I know a lot of the stone, finding rust in stones means good because it's high iron deposits. Iron means heavies. Heavies means gold. But that's not always the case. You know, quartz, a lot of times you find quartz, you find gold. Those two come married a lot with each other. If I don't find a gram, I'll quit, Culver. That's what I'm saying. If I don't find a gram, I'll quit. Let's pan this back. See what we got. A little more water. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. Be very, very quiet. It's wabbit season. There's that golden smile. You know, that's the greatest thing about panning for gold is washing away that last little bit and seeing that. Get all the dirt, the sands out of there. Give me a second. I don't know why I feel the need I have to be quiet while I'm doing that, but for some reason it makes me think that I'm gonna separate it better. Yeah, if I don't find a gram, I'm gonna quit. Not bad. Snuffer it up. There we go. Jeez, that took forever, but patience, I guess. Patience is a virtue. I was getting irritated, but finally got it on the last little squirt there. We'll see what we can do here. See if we can't find that full gram, so I cannot quit. Because if I don't find a gram, it sounds like if I don't find a gram, I need to quit doing what I'm doing. Yeah, no. From what I'm seeing and what I've done so far and what I've heard, Culver has excellent paydirt. A little dirty, but it gold comes from the ground, so it just means that he's not washing his paydirt before he sends it, and that makes it way more natural. And I prefer that experience, anyways. Where you find some places when you go ahead and you do that, there's no dirt that comes off of it. Just means that they're either using play sand or, they wash it and go through it first, and then you're getting stuff that's dirty. What I paid for this bag, I paid $120 for this bag. Is what I paid for this. This was a 1 gram guaranteed bag from Culver that I paid $120 for. Ooh, getting down there. Find out what we're looking at here. $9.75 grams in 4 days. That would be sick if this was some sort of bag that had some extra gold that you were unable to see. Like you didn't search, you just scooped away and I got the extra rich part of that streak. Boy, wouldn't that be cool? I don't have that kind of luck, so I'm not banking on that. I'm banking on a gram like it says on the bag because that's what the guarantee is. But wow, that would be sick. Like maybe when I go down in a month and I go down to California and start working the gold claims, we find a super rich deposit. I can't wait. I'm so excited. A little more on this. A little too much material there still. I'm gonna have to get some more water in a second after this pan. Hey Jess, welcome in. Give me a second. I'll smurf you up. There you go. Alright, let's pan this back. See what we got. Let's get into that part that always makes me excited. Need to take things back. Let's get the gold concentrated up here so we can see what it looks like. Yeah, that's not bad. Nice little hidden amount of gold just chilling in there. Can't complain, can't complain. If we can wash some of these rocks and sand back so I can get a good sniffer on it. There. Oh, that sucked. See if we can get it this time around. I know it's not going anywhere. Thank you. I appreciate the advice and the reminder. All right. needed to breathe. All right, I'll be right back, you guys. I got to get more water. Give me 1 second. All right. Some more water there. We got a couple of pans left of some dirt here. Let's see what we can find. Oh, I'm sure PA has its good things about it, I'm sure. I know you said it's not beautiful, so I would imagine it's not full of a bunch of tourist attractions. But I'm sure it has its moments of glory and things that it's known for, right? I appreciate everybody for coming in today. Thank you all for stopping by, hanging out with me while I find some shiny. Figure out my panning skills a little better, so maybe I won't lose as much gold as I could have without panning skills or any skills at all going down to California next month. Yeah, see, I'm sure you have things that you guys are known for out there in PA. All right, let's see what we got for gold in this one. Come on, show me the shiny. gold's pretty fine. Not super fine, but it's definitely finer than the gold that we've been finding. Not bad. Couple of straggler pieces over here. Come on. Nice and slow. Get some of these sands out of the way so I can recover all of it. It seems to be there's some stuck in the black sands up there that won't just let go when I tap the side of the pan, so I'm just gonna have to work a little bit to get them out of there, but that's all right. Well, that was a lot better. There we are. Oh, look at that. Work on something here. Just gonna check this really quick, make sure I didn't leave anything behind, which I very well could have. It looks like I did. Yeah. All right, well, that is not gold. Those are tiny little rocks. So let's see where we're at on this last pan and see what we got. So yeah, I would buy way more of these bags too. Culver's got good dirt. He always has. The consensus are um in the neighborhood, especially in the community when it comes to his bags, he's top notch. So I would buy another Culver bag as well. I'd probably stick with the Sierra Grande bag again to master it. It's good dirt. It pans nice. It probably suits my skill level better than his more challenging bags, which I've seen sixes and I've seen 11s, and they're all rated on a scale of 1 to 10. So this is the last pan out of the dirt. That was a 1 gram bag. I'm pretty sure we're going to hit that after doing a snuffer dump, clean up, and then weighing up the 2 bigger pieces along with what I've got in the snuffer bottle itself. I'm sure we're going to meet that mark, probably over. But then again, it always looks like more in the pan. And when you don't play with gold like a lot of gold vendors do or Paydirt vendors do, when you don't have that stuff in your hands regularly and know what it weighs and touch it and feel it, then guessing the weight of a nugget or looking at it and guessing a certain thing and saying that it is what it is without knowing, with a lot of experience, it's hard to do. So I can't do it. And that's why they make scales. And now I got a much better one. So I can get much more accurate weights of what I'm actually panning and recovering. Which I am super excited about. And honestly, in retrospect, when I bought my other scale, I should have just bought the better one anyways. I just didn't think that I would need something like that, but I do. Rusty, hold on a second, buddy. Sorry, I had to get you smurfed up. So you're smurfed up now, there, Rusty. Baron, welcome in, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Is T.O. still in the house or did he split? 16 people watching. Wow. I appreciate you guys. Weighing your own inventory. That's cool. Multitasking. You can't be a small business owner and not be able to multitask these days. And I don't care what you say, being a Paydirt vendor is a business. It's hard work. It takes work to satisfy people and dig the dirt, do all that other stuff. I give it up to you guys going out there and putting in the work to make it easy for me. Tio, did you come back or have you been here the whole time? Well, if somebody says it's easy or thinks that it's easy, I know better. I can only imagine. Especially guys who have claims that are getting their gold from the claims because you're going out and you're putting in the work. You're on the ground, boots on the ground, putting in the work. Where I'm just sitting my ass on my living room, on my living room couch, painting on my dining or on my, little table here. I've been here the whole time. Thanks, Tio. I didn't know if I lost you because of your internet connection or not. I know how troublesome that can be sometimes. Let's get some of these black sands out of the way. See how much we got up here. Being the last one, I'm sure there's going to be a bit. There. GS, you taking off? Have a good night, man. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, I saw you guys on that panel today. That's sick. Come on. Show me some shiny. It's coming. Last couple of little washes. And we are coming across a nice golden smile there. And we're going to get some of those more black sands out of there, and I can separate it better and show you guys a better picture of it. But it looks good. Looks really good. But gold always looks good in a pan. Am I right, you guys? Nothing better looking than a gold in a pan. Well, other than a big old honking nug. But there we are. Not bad. I'm trying to get some of those black sands out of there. One thing I have found is that it doesn't matter whether you can see the sands moving. Every time you wash just the tiniest little bit of water over them, it does wash sands away from the gold. And we're just going to see if we can't tap it away. And we pretty much have. tiny little piece right there. Lord Shadow, have a good night. I appreciate you coming by. Thanks for bouncing in and hanging out for a while, man. Thank you for the support. You know, it means a ton to me. So thank you. I'm just going to pan this back really quick, make sure I didn't lose anything. It looks like I did. Quite a bit. I won a mantis bag. That bag was pretty cool. Took me like 10 days to get my bag. Bye, Michael. What is that? Doing what it's doing. Well, I really had my eye on a Culver bag, and I have for a long time. So I'm glad I got this bag when I did, because I had the money for it. And then just yesterday, I was looking around and I picked up another Paydirt from another vendor too. So we'll see how that turns out. Come on. For some reason, I am having the hardest time getting this gold separated from this black sand here. Tell me I got it all. I did. I don't know why, but that just took the longest time to recover all that gold out of that black sand at the end there. But I'm pretty confident I got it all. So let's get a second here. We'll get a sniffer dump going. Start cleaning this up so I can get an actual weight with my new scale. Let's see what we got. Now, this was a 1 gram guaranteed bag. So, of course, we're expecting to see a gram. And from what I can see in the pan here, I'm pretty sure we're not going to have a problem hitting that mark. We do have quite a bit of gold up there, but I do have quite a bit of garbage in there too. So let's see if we can't clean that up a little bit. A lot of us are from Washington State. There are a few people in chat that are not from Washington State, though. They're like from Pennsylvania, Nebraska, places like that. And then you got Dragon, who's up in Minnesota. Actually, I didn't know you were that deep, Dragon. And of course, Alaskans in Alaska, right? You're in your own little world over in Pennsylvania. Almost done. I found some extra gold up there that I would have missed if I wouldn't have just double checked. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. I'm almost done. Had some gold hiding in the crevice there, and wanted to make sure I got it all so I can get an actual true weigh-in on the bag here, which we're just about there because that last snuffer grab was pretty much all just gold. I didn't pick up any real garbage with it, so just gonna pan it back really quick and make sure there's nothing else in here. Get the other two pieces and get them all together, dried up, and then we can put them on the scale, my new scale, and see what they come up to. Looks like we're pretty much just go. Let's just make sure. I'm not seeing anything coming down. Let's go ahead and get her drying so we can find out how much gold's here. D3, welcome in. Give me a second there, Kiwi. I'll get you smurfed up too. There you go, Kiwi, you're smurfed. So, this is what we've got from bagging the dirts when it comes to the smalls, and this, so not bad there. And these are two bigger pieces that I pulled out that we'll weigh separately to see what they come up to. And then we'll do a total weight on all the gold. So let me get this drying, and then I'll get this muddy water and pan out of the way. Then we'll weigh in. Be right back. I do have a poster board now that I'm going to set up for all the stickers. So I'm going to set up a wall for all my stickers for everybody that's been sending me stuff. I do have a few stickers laid out there. I'm waiting for the new stickers from Bob to come so I can get him up there. I know that I've got stickers in the mail from him, I'm sure. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's got something coming to me because I got something going to him. So, and I have stickers as well. Also, so if you guys want a sticker, you just got to email me to humblestacker7@gmail.com. And in the subject line, put stickers so I can get them sent out to you. Let me get this thing out of the way here. All right, I'm excited for this weigh up. Honestly, I just want to use my new scale for something to weigh up something that I already don't have. Does that make sense? All right, my work's done for the most part. I use a sluice box, Kiwi is the one that I use. And it came with these two pans. I believe this is a 6-inch and a 10-inch. And I believe these are 3D printed as well. The one thing I don't groove on with these is the grooves go from bigger to smaller all the way around. So it's hard to get a good gauge when you're panning. So it'd be really good for super fine flour gold over here, and I'm sure that's the reason why they do it. But I have a hard time concentrating my dirt in one small area like that. But they are decent pans. They came with it. These classifiers came with it. And it has a little spot that you can slide around and put it right on the river, put it right in there and put water on the top of it. So it works pretty good. So the scale that I bought is a Fusion scale. It weighs to the milligram, so it will tell me how many hundredths of an ounce or hundredths of a gram there is, which is really cool. I've used it already, so I know that with the amount of gold that I have already in my vial, I've got 2.090 grams of gold right here so far, and that is a 1 ounce vial once you get it filled. I want to get a pocket Dream Mat sluice, which I saw them online, and I was going to order that and the little keychain Dream Mat sluice thing that they got that I saw AAA use the other night, which is cool. But for the application of what I would need it for, I have too much material to run, and I would try to use that with all that material, and I ended up killing that little thing. But going to Lowe's and spending $15 on a pump and $5 on some hosing and attachments and $10 on a bucket and making an indoor setup would be fairly easy to do. And you can even use that little pocket mini sluice, little pocket mini Dream Mat that he's got. And that would be cool. I could do that. I just don't have the space for it because I'd want to leave it set up instead of breaking it down every day, every time I was done using it. D3, are you taking off? Yeah, good dirt in PA from what I've heard, because I've bagged 3 bags of B&B Paydirts prospecting. I bagged 3 of their bags, and I didn't think it was dirt from his land, and he told me he pulled it from the creek out back. So yeah, there's good dirt out there. Also, I don't know if you saw it on one of my streams before or even on his streams, but he was walking through his backyard. He took a video of him taking a hike in the backyard. Just the other day, actually, he took a video. Just hunks of coal just sitting on the side of the mountain. He lives up by a coal mine. So there's like coal just growing out of the bottoms of the base of a tree. It's pretty crazy. You should go check out his stuff. Looked like he got me a softball sized piece of coal too that he's sending off to me, which is awesome because I asked him to grab me a piece because I want to show it to my daughter. So thanks again on that, Bob. Kiwi, have a good night. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you. Muscle Shell, welcome in, bud. I know you got me, but still, it's always good to hear that somebody's appreciative of what somebody else is doing for them. Aqua Donkey, welcome in. I didn't know you were here. Do you want me to smurf you up so next time you come in, you're smurfed? Let's just go ahead and do that now, okay? somehow I was all the way at the top of chat, so give me a second. There we go, Aqua, you're smurfed up. Thanks for coming in. Teo, dude, I didn't know you were here either. Dude, I am so sorry. I didn't see that you weren't. I think I did see you, but I didn't get a chance to smurf you up, so you're smurfed up, bro. FG, taking off too. Teo's taking off. I'm just about to weigh up the gold. It's almost dry. Just about dry. FG, thanks for coming in, bro. I appreciate you. Just about dry, guys. Just about dry. No problem, buddy. I appreciate you. Just about dry though, so I can do a way up here in just a second. I'm just waiting for the rest of this to finish doing its thing. Let me move it around on the pan some so I can see if I can't move the process along. Let's give that a second or a couple minutes. It should dry up pretty quick. Then we'll get the weighing going. I know I'm holding people up. You got stuff to do. It's Tuesday night. Popping out there. But 17 people hanging out, 28 likes. You guys are 100% awesome. You had to resub to who? Oh, well, I appreciate you resubbing to me. I'm surprised, but a lot of times if you just go in and sub, it doesn't do anything, but you got to hit the subscribe to all. So you're a public subscriber, and a lot of times you got to comment on a video for it to stick for some reason. Yeah, I'm sorry if you did it and it didn't work, but I appreciate you very much for still doing it. Carolyn, can you do that for me, please? Or Bob? Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Don't worry about it. You're good. But that is my email, thehumblestacker7@gmail.com. Like I said, email me if you want a sticker. My poker chips should be in sometime around the 8th to the 10th, it says. So, like Dorothy, I know you said you wanted a poker chip or a sticker. I'm waiting till I get my poker chips to send you a sticker, if that's okay. If you're still here, Dorothy. Most people that ask for a sticker, I'm just going to wait until I get my poker chips and send both at the same time so I can save on shipping, ultimately. That way I don't have to send 2 packages, I can send just one. But I've got quite a few people that want stuff, so. Oh, for sure. Just email me your address and I'll get you off some stickers. And I'll get you a poker chip too when they come in. Man, I'll tell you, when I first went to order the poker chips, I got scared because I saw they wanted like $180 for 100 of them on the website I was on. And I'll be honest with you, I got sticker shocked and backed off of that like, yeah, like nobody's business. I got off that real quick, but I did find another site after talking to a couple of other people, like FG told me to go to a site, and I went to the site that he told me to go to. And I'll be honest with you, way better results, way cheaper. So, and I didn't have to buy 100 at the same time. I was able to buy 25 increments, which makes it way more easier to afford those things because they're not cheap. So I got those on the way. Pretty cool design. I do have some bar pours coming too. I got FG Stacker working on a bar pour for me, and I have Cartier Silver working on a bar pour for me. Both of which do excellent work. So if you ever want anything poured, both two people that I highly recommend. FG can make the 3D mold to print just about anything you want. And I thought that was cool because that's what I needed. And he made me some 1.5 ounce humble stacker bars that have a lighthouse in the center. The one bar says humble and stacker on each side of the tower, and the other one says humble crowning over the top with stacker down the center of it. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I love lighthouses. Lighthouses are my thing. So all right, so first things first, we're going to weigh the 2 nuggets. Tweezers really quick. So we'll weigh the smaller of the 2 first. And it weighs 0.073. Nothing to write home about. But the other one is the one that I'm excited about because it is much larger. It weighs 0.255 for the larger of the 2 smaller, for the larger of the 2 larger pieces. So not bad at all there. Let's go ahead and weigh up the fines and flakes. And that weighs 0.738. for that. So adding the other two to the mix. And we are at 1.064 for the 1 gram bag from Culver. This is what it looks like. I can. Give me just a second here. I can actually move it all the way up here. But you won't be able to see it any better. I know you don't have to quit. Neither do I. Whew, dodged a bullet there, didn't we, James? So, yes. So, with that there, showing you that one more time in the boat. Go and concentrate a little bit there. There's that. Sorry. Give it a second. I fixed it. Give it a second. There we go. So there's that. And on the scale, again, just to be clear, 1.064. Again, Culver, thank you for getting me the bag. You were fast to get it out to me. I mean, literally, you had it out the next day. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. Good bag. Of course, everybody knows how good your dirt is. So I don't think I need to talk about how much good it is because everybody already knows. So good flex point. Easy to work with. You know, I'm not much of a reviewer. I'm just a guy panning dirt. So the fact that I was able to find what it was guaranteed, I think that's good. You know, so I'm just a guy washing rocks and washing dirt away, hoping to find shiny. And I don't get it right every time. That's why I go through my tailings 2 or 3 times. Also, another reason why I want to get a little contained inside water sluice set that I can have a dream mat on, because I have a, you know, that just makes life easier when you have a setup like that. So wanting to get something like that. But yeah, good bag. Thanks again, James. I appreciate you. I know Culver's last bag was pretty exciting. I'll be honest with you, man. That .255 nug that's in there, that's the biggest nug I've ever seen. That's the biggest nug I've ever seen. That one right there. And in retrospect to size of nugs and what these guys look at and deal with on a regular basis, that's not even a drop in the bucket. Curtis, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you coming by. Have a good night. But I've got some more silver on its way too. I got some silver going out to some people on some stuff. And I've been flexing these gold coins I picked up recently. I'm pretty proud of myself for that trade based on the way everything's gone so far. Culver also sent me a sticker, which will go on the sticker board once I get everything set up. 378 grams. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm here like Googling over a quarter gram and you're flexing with a 378 gram nug. You know, like seriously. We know how badass you are, bro. I'm just kidding. But that's a flex though. That's a big time flex. And I'm like I said, I'm oodling over a quarter gram. You know, so in retrospect to some of the things that you guys have dealt with, like I was saying, that's nothing. But that's the biggest piece I've ever had in my hand at one time. That was solid, just one piece. Which I think is badass. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but while growing up, I told people this before. I grew up on Placer Road in Wolf Creek, Oregon. It used to be called Sunny Valley, Oregon. Placer Road. Up the road, my friend's mom was dating a guy named RJ who mined gold out of the Placer mine. And I was too young to put it all together. I was wondering how he was able never to work. I mean, the guy never worked. So I was like, you know, I mean, I understand he didn't have power, so he, like, you know, he lived off the land, everything was wood, you know, and I get that, but yeah, he mined for gold, and I didn't put it together. Here I am later in life, knowing that I could have probably been mining gold my whole life and not even realizing it. But 2.98 ounces, that is big. 378 grams is huge as well. That is 100 ounces. That's 100 ounces, a little more. That is a fucking monster. Let me think. 100 ounces. Um, Probably about one and a half footballs, or about one and a half softballs, or about a softball size. Culver. I know it's not going to be perfectly round like that, but if you were to put a shape to it, so we can put it to scale in size, size of your hand, yeah, that's freaking awesome. Aqua, thanks for coming in. Have a good night, buddy. I appreciate you coming by. I don't even know what time it is. How long have we been on? It's 11 there. Okay, so just about time. The half hour will be on. Alaskan, it's 2:07 there. You're ahead. Oh, so you're 2 hours ahead of me? What part are you in? Where are you at? Oh, it's 2. Okay, never mind. I know where you are. I know where the line is for you then. I thought you, for some reason, said it was. Yeah, I did the math on that weird. Yeah, I've been on for 2 hours and 7 minutes. So that means it's only like 8:10 my time. I got you. Thank you, Carolyn. Culver, have a good night, man. I appreciate you coming in. Thanks for the bag of dirt, man. It was awesome. I appreciate you. 7:05 your time, so you're an hour behind me. No, you're good. You're good, Bob. Get out of here, bro. Get some rest. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you hanging out. We'll talk tomorrow. I'll call you when I get off work. Have a good night, buddy. Let me get this gold in the vial before something happens. I hate leaving unsecured gold lying around. I'm sure if T.O. was on right now, he'd be yelling at me. Because I know he yells at Bob for that. But I am so glad I upgraded. It is so nice to be able to do things true to weight instead of saying it's bouncing from this to that. So now, total in the vial, I have 3.143 grams of gold, which is fucking awesome. Gold in your vial is awesome. And you find that mining for gold or panning for gold is a lot like stacking. Once you start a vial, you want to fill it. Just like stacking, once you start a tube, you want to fill it and finish it. Sorry, I was having a hard time getting all the gold in the vial for a second there. I had some big chunks, so I wanted to hold it over the other pan to make sure that I didn't lose anything. I actually like the tip on this one a little better. It goes into the jar better. And so we'll be using this one. Yeah. Yeah. Over the actual pan. Yeah, I could have too. Pretty confident and steady how my hands are, but you know, it's that one time, right? That one time, and it looks like we still have some flakes in here, some fines that I'm gonna have to pull out. So I can just do that right now. Dorothy, thanks for coming in. I will see you soon. Look for something in the mail for me in the next week or so, okay? As soon as my poker chips come in, I'll get your sticker and your chips out. Thank you again. Have a good night. I appreciate you hanging out with us. I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with me. It's amazing the support that you get in this community or in communities that I've been fortunately been able to be involved in. It's there's not a better feeling, honestly, to tell you guys the truth, there's not a better feeling than when somebody you know from your stacking channel comes over and watches you pan for gold, or somebody from the gold channel going over and watching somebody talk about coins. You know, like for instance, when Stacking Surfer came in the other night, he is a total coin guy. I've never even heard of him ever thinking about putting a gold pan in his hand, but he stopped by and he watched me pan for gold for a little while and hung out. I thought that was completely cool. But yeah, cross-pollinating, especially with the groups of people that I've dealt with, is just been great. Everybody is great. All you guys. Doesn't matter who I've dealt with, what channel I've dealt with. There's only been a couple of people that have ever made it so I did not want to be part of what they were doing. Yeah, and how cool is that? People from Alaska all the way to the East Coast. So yeah, that gold was in the pan still. I know it's not a whole lot. Brad, welcome in. But gold's heavy and it adds up. The smallest little bit weighs something in a lot of cases. Welcome in, Brad. I appreciate you coming by. So tonight we panned a Culver bag. It was a 1 gram bag, and we got 1.064 out of it to add to the vial. So now we got a little over 3 grams in the vial right now. Working on getting her full. Got to get to 31. How you doing tonight, Brad? And I got a new scale today. I got a new fusion scale that weighs to the milligram. So I can get much better, more accurate weights out of the amount of gold that I pan now. And I am so excited. You guys, I am still so excited to go down and work those gold claims in June. Just about a month away, I'll be driving to California to work my buddy's gold claims to find some shiny. He told me his dad was probably going to end up gifting me some of them at one point, but right now I'm just excited that he's letting me go down there and work the claims with him. If nothing, to find gold and keep it, but to at least have the experience of working gold or working and finding gold. I'm gonna have to call him back. That's actually the guy that I'm talking about right now. All right, well, you guys, thanks for coming in. I'm pretty much done. I don't have anything else to really weigh up or anything. Again, it was awesome. It'll and he sent me a sticker, so it'll go on my sticker board. Everybody, thanks for coming in. I have stickers. If you want a sticker, email me at humblestacker7@gmail.com so I can get you a sticker. Just put sticker in the comment line. Again, thank you everybody for coming in, and I'll see you next time we go out. Yeah, I'll see you in about an hour and a half or so. Other than that, you guys have a good night. Thank you again for coming in. Who all's still in chat? We got 11 people here. So everybody that's still in chat, I'm gonna split. Thank you all for coming in. I will I'll see you on the next stream, okay? Night, everybody.